afternoon, everyone. Well, first of all, I would like to congratulate Rail Baltica for the project development that is now in the design phase and all the challenges you are facing ahead. That's a quite lot of work to do. So, I mean, by introducing, trying to introduce the Baltic countries in the rail network scope is quite important, and also with the view of making it also part of the North Sea-Baltic network corridor, makes it even more impressive from our point of view. So congratulations for that, and this morning has been very fruitful, the working sessions, because we could have been able to learn a bit more on the processes, how is it going on. So we thank you for that, for being able of also being present here, sharing our experiences. And as I was mentioning, Rail Baltica will both have regional and national value. And somehow here we are linking with one of the most impressive projects that Adif is participating at the moment, is the Haramain high-speed railway network. You might have been already listened about it. In this sense, Adif, as a project manager, is going also to be able to change the economic and urban development of the region by not only making project management and developing the project itself, but also making them a reality. Here you can see some features of the line. It's nearly 500 kilometers high-speed railway line linking the two holy cities in Medina. And Adif is part of the project management together with another 11 companies forming the consortium in Saudi Arabia. So as I was saying, we are part of the development project, but also we make, as an example, projects from projects themselves to realities like this, like you can see here. Continuing with the similarities on this project, I mean, we will face quite tough operating conditions, as you are doing here at the moment too. But we are confident on the solutions we are implementing in the project in order to be able to solve these difficulties along the way. Let me start with the first of them. You may already know the technological development made with our technological partner, Indra, and is the Davinci integrated solution. I mean, this solution has been already proved as a very effective rail traffic management and operations efficiency tool. And with this one, we can, I mean, we are controlling the whole of the Spanish high-speed railway network. And as an example, you can see here that from the Davinci control, we can monitorize and control and integrate all the systems involving the operation and systems in the high-speed railway network we have in Spain. From the traffic management, routing, planning, energy monitoring of the systems, ERTMS protection systems as well, and we can also monitorize the security surveillance along the line, and have, of course, centralized the detectors along the line. I mean, after this initial solution, I'm talking about another one that was already mentioned by Kasper, is BIM capabilities and solutions. In here, Adif, together with Ineco, that is the reference engineering company for Adif, that is the state-owned company, we are designing, or we are collaborating together in this development of the tools in order to see projects forward. I mean, once you want to see how the project is going to be, or how it's going to look, we use these tools in order to differentiate about the solutions being provided and all these kind of things. In this slide, you can see Barcelona Sants high-speed railway station with different scenarios being considered, and also in this one is the Elche railway station, high-speed railway station that will be put in service by the end of the year, is somehow the planning to be done, which was also developed using this experience and capabilities of the BIM solutions. We, of course, as also Kasper said before, is for us, I mean, for Adif, it's very important to have a smart management of the network. Here you can see the current map of the railway network in Spain. I mean, highlighted in green, you can see the high-speed railway lines being in operation at the moment. And as you can imagine, in order to have a smart management and maintenance of the infrastructure, we need to, or we have developed tools in order to have or to achieve this appropriate balance of asset cost. So with these tools developed by Adif, we have the capabilities of having a decision-making process in order to define when do we need to stop maintenance activities and start with renewal ones. In that sense, we are, of course, we have characterized the whole network with KPIs that help us take decisions on the technical matters. I'm now going to talk about innovation experiences implemented in Adif and that are being quite successful so far. As you know, the European Union has some key strategic priorities such as digitalization and decarbonization to promote the cross-border transport in the whole Europe. So, but for this, we also need to know that energy is very important. The energy we are the most important consumer of energy in Spain. So for us, it's also an objective to reduce the bill of the company. And you may wonder, how are we dealing with this question? So how are we solving these questions? Well, one of them is represented here using reversible substations in commuter railway lines in Spain. Why commuter railway lines? Because we have high frequencies in the lines. We can make use of the equipment in the rolling stock. So we can take advantage of the regenerative braking systems. And just making some investment with inverter recovery modules in the substations, we are getting up to 15% of energy savings in these commuter lines. And the return on investment is, on average, 6 to 7 years. But not only making use of these solutions, but also we are optimizing, of course, the network through asset management and through these smart management solutions. And also we are storing energy on some of the devices distributed in our network. This is the solution you will see in here. It's called Ferrolinera, and it's an Adif patent. And this solution makes use of the previous one I showed you from the inverter substation, but also takes advantage of other sources of energy, such as solar, energy storage, as I was telling you before, in order to provide energy or to serve as recharging points for electric vehicles. Electric vehicles that are parked in our facilities in the stations, and from that way of managing the energy all over along the network, we can develop these kind of innovative solutions for the customer. Okay, stations, but when we talk about stations, and referring also to the previous slide, these stations are linked to the concept of smart stations. Smart stations are linked to the concept of smart cities. And that's what we want to develop in our network. Adif is currently managing 1,900 stations at the moment. So what we want to improve, or we want to push, is the smart stations concept in the main stations being located in our network. Not only because it will broaden the areas of influence of these stations in the city, and not only because they are a transport hub, but they also diversify the commercial activities, and we can promote successful business models in the network. The picture you see below is Malaga station that is completely integrated in the city, has a key spot in the city, and it suits under the concept of smart stations. One last innovation experience, because I don't want to bore you too much with all the innovation solutions, we wouldn't have enough time, is the automatic axle gauge exchangers from standard to Iberian gauge. That might be familiar to you. We have also different systems. So along the network, we have these devices, also developed by Spanish corporations, that can let the rolling stock passing through it. The process can be performed at 20 kilometers per hour. It allows the rolling stock to pass from one width to the other with no. It's a very reliable solution, and it can. The good thing of this device is that it can expand the network to third countries. So it's could be a feasible solution for you to take into consideration. And last but not least, we are, of course, in this working session, in this amazing forum. So, we are, of course, willing to develop the collaboration further by setting up bridges of collaboration like this, maybe so beautiful like this one. But we will be happy to keep on collaborating with you in the future. Thank you very much.